Greg. Mike. Two bandits.
Watching
Bluey.
This episode is called The Doctor.
What up, party people, and welcome
Not bad. That's good.
to episode 18 of Two Bandits.
We're legal.
Watching Bluey. Oh, no. Buying some lottery tickets and
we can get drafted.
cigars. We can get drafted into the army as
See?
a podcast. Oh,
We did it, bud.
we're broken already. I am, as always, your good pal, Greg Painter.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Round of applause.
And with me, the Trapper John to my Hawkeye Pierce, the Meredith Grey to my McDreamy, the Lammy to my Doc McStuffins.
What?
It's
So usually I'm called Mike, but it's spelled incorrectly. Other people named my mother will call me Michael. Also, every now and then I'm called Mark, but that just happens every now and then when I call customer service and I say my name and they say, "Okay, Mark, I'll help you out."
My name,
I'm Mike Martin.
name. Hey, Mike.
Wow,
how
I
are
need
you,
to come up with a list
buddy?
for you next week. Like,
How's it going,
I
friend?
have a whole laundry list for you.
I have so many things, so many words, so much happiness. Last week,
So many words.
so many words, so many things, so many happiness.
We're coming in
This is
swinging,
right. We
baby.
got it. It's the last episode of 2021. We're coming in hot.
It is.
We're coming in
That's
hot.
right.
Hey, Mike, what are your New Year's resolutions this year,
Holy
buddy?
Guac. Why would you? Can we save it for the end? Can we do like
No, I'll tap your dome. Come on, you got
off the
this.
top? I'm dropping things over here. There's a screw that's loose. I don't want my screws to be loose.
I'll help you out. My New Year's resolution
yeah, go
is
for
to keep making this podcast amazing for these lovely listeners every week, week after week.
I think if I would like personally a podcast based resolution, I would. I mean, I know that we interact a lot with our listeners and enjoy that very much. So I want a lot more interaction, whether it is through a website or they can
It's coming soon.
vote on the polls or
Coming
something.
soon to an internet near you. More polls coming soon to an internet near you.
What is internet?
You'll get it. We'll get it. We got it.
So I think podcast wise, I think we've got a head of steam. We're doing very well. It's a lot of fun. I get a lot
It's a blast.
of anger when I watch episodes from like season 2, episode 30 something.
We'll get there in a year and a half, bud. Don't worry about it.
But I want
Going
to
linear.
I want to continue having interactions with other people that do the podcast or that just love the show, and don't stop bugging us. I'm gonna stop.
I was you're getting
Self-promoting.
serious. You're getting deep. Gotta love it.
Deep, I just like this a
You're
lot.
going to stop self-promoting even though you didn't even say at Watching Bluey once. At Watching Bluey once.
Twice,
At Watching Bluey once.
3 times a Bluey.
3 times a Bluey. 18 times an episode.
Ooh, leading
We're
us
up to
to
The Doctors. Or the
Doctor.
Doctor. Ooh, singular, not
Yes.
plural.
So is that a reference to Doctor Who?
I don't know. That's the one blind spot that you've got me beat on. I have never watched a single episode of Doctor
Aw.
Who.
Carrie and I are getting back into it. Actually, we've been watching the episodes last night. We finished watching it at the end of the Matt Smith story arc and just stopped watching it, even though
Those are words, I'm sure.
Yes, she loves the David Tennant story arc. I'm a big Chris Eccleston fan. That's just my thing. It's what got me into it. But when I saw this episode called The Doctor, I was like, ooh. And then I realized that it was going to have no relation whatsoever to it. So that's the sidebar Mike moment.
All right, I'm sure there's a lot of listeners out there who followed every word of that. I
What?
am not one of them.
Yet.
But it is a different Doctor. Now how I know that? Because our friends at Wiki Bluey
Ah.
gave us a lovely synopsis on what this episode
Do
is
they go by
about.
Bluey Wiki?
It's Wiki Bluey.
Okay.
It's Wiki Bluey on this podcast because it's
Good
what I've
friends
said
at Wiki Bluey.
18 times.
Sorry, I just...
Bluey works at an imaginary doctor's office, managing the appointments for Bingo while she pretends to be the doctor. Honey conjures up a pretend illness, but is disappointed when a long queue of walk-in patients take precedence over her being attended to. That's a lot of big words that I almost fumbled over all of them.
Did not.
I'm proud of myself. That was one take,
I'm gonna
Greg. Gotta
love
love
it.
it.
I'm gonna hold up a solid
One take, Greg.
8.2.
8.2. I appreciate
8.2.
that.
That's
But that's a pretty good synopsis. You know, that kind of covers what happened in a nutshell. It doesn't give away too much. Doesn't talk about any of the excitement, who's coming in.
oh.
But
It's a very parabolic episode. It's very okay, cool. Oh no, this! Like it's up and down.
Peaks and valleys, and the music follows those peaks and valleys, which is, as we always know, Bluey doesn't skip in the amazing music department. But let's get into this one, buddy.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. Do I have favorite things?
We've got Bluey. You and your crazy notes, my friend. But we start off with Bluey, aka Edna, the receptionist at the doctor's office. This scene just kind of like setting the scene here. We've got the like, I'm guessing they're like sheets, like the sheeted off doctor's office area.
Yep.
We've got the laptop, which is a book about snakes.
They do so
I
much.
Enjoy.
Oh. Do you know about the snake?
I guess I don't.
You don't. So it actually comes in the Bluey toy set too, and it's a little book that has the snake on it.
Oh.
The snake, it represents the staff of Asclepius, which is the. Do you know the medical symbol of the snakes? That are lining it up? That's what I think they're representing there. And the block that's holding it up is a block that has an apple on it. And as you know, an apple a day
keeps the doctor away. Ooh, look at you go!
I saw when we got the book, and the spoiler alert for Finn, but Christmas has already happened in the past and present future. Timey wimey. It comes with that book, and I was like, why is there a snake on that book? And I like researched it a little bit, and I'm like, oh, dunk! It's a medical thing.
The sneaky show's too good.
Sneaky!
Too good. What do the lollipops represent?
I'll get to the lollipops.
Oh, no. But we show up. There's clearly a lot of time taken to set this up, which is really cool. Honey shows up. She needs a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But
she's
doctor's
just nervous,
shy, struggling to get into the play. But that's okay. We've got Chili already in the doctor's office, though.
Schnozz.
It's okay. Just 6 months.
6 months for the Schnozz.
Poor Chili.
Okay.
Her smile, too, when she comes out of the office, it's very awkward. I don't know how to...
You talking about Chili's?
Yeah, Chili. She's like a toothy, forced grin. Like, I don't think she cared for what happened to her in her doc. If it was as violent as everybody else...
All the other experiences.
It was probably a rough moment. But a question for you. You probably know because you're already on top of your game.
Wow. Don't put that kind of credit on my abilities.
I'm probably going to mispronounce this, too. Lychee?
Lychee, yes.
Do you know what that flavor is?
It's like a watermelon-y pear.
You stinker. You Googled the same Google I did.
You dang right I did, baby!
That's supposed to be my job to drop those truth bombs. But yeah, I have never heard
lychee! They're scary looking.
Got a picture of it and everything. I definitely want to try a lychee. I don't think I've ever had one in my life. I don't know if we can get one.
Do they sell them here? They have to.
Know.
Well, have to.
Well,
at a point.
We'll Amazon it, and we'll find some lychee for us. It'll be a beautiful day. We'll make a lychee pie.
I will buy you a lychee for Christmas.
Aw.
Next year.
I was about to say, because it's after Christmas. Commit to the bit. Kayfabe. Gosh. But no, yeah, Chili gets her lollipop.
She got her lollipop. Keep it.
She got her lollipop.
So, okay.
Out the door.
How many lollipops are there?
All I know is that they're, again, spoiler alert for later in the episode, not enough for all the kiddos.
3 lollipops. Yeah. They're hosting a full group session, which is... It was funny because I was reading out where it was like everyone saying, why are all the kids invited to the healer household? Why is everyone always going to the healer household? It's the place to be, man.
It's the place to be.
Would you say no?
I was going to mention this later, too. This is one massive play day. We'll get to everybody who's here later. But
they keep coming out of nowhere.
There's just everybody there. It's
down to 2 lollipops. Frightening. So you see all the friends that are coming over.
It's the healers. There's got to be more. If Mom's taking a lollipop, there's got to be more around. She's not going to put herself in that bad situation.
Lychee. I think it's available at Wegmans.
But
I'm not going to lie.
There are later.
6 ounce in produce. Screen cap.
But
we'll talk about it next week.
We'll have an on-air taste test.
Oh, they're a little intimidating.
Little line that I really loved from this, and I don't know why. It's just the way the kids talk sometimes.
Sure.
I'm sure we can squeeze you in tightly.
Yeah. Well, because she's on the phone with somebody and it's like, yep, I can book you 15 months in advance or something like that.
Exactly. Like using all these buzzwords, in the 6-month wrap for the Schnozz, just things that, doctors say, but just cute.
They watch a lot of ER and Grey's. Oh, wait, did you do a lot of medical things?
Yeah, that was, dude. You didn't catch that?
I caught that.
We have
caught the Grey's Anatomy one.
We got Hawkeye and Trapper from MASH, which has already been discussed on the show.
You watched
We had Grey's Anatomy. You didn't get Lammy and Doc McStuffins? You had to lay me to my Doc McStuffins, bud.
What's the Doc stuff?
You don't know what Doc McStuffins is?
Should I?
Whoa!
Should I?
Whoa, we'll have to take this off podcast because that'll be the rest of the episode not knowing who Doc McStuffins is.
I'm Google. This is the welcome to the Google episode
Wow.
of Two Bandits Watching Google.
This is a real pickle if you don't know who Doc McStuffins is.
Is that the bear that sings to you when you were a kid?
No! Wow! You're a parent. You watch so much Disney. Junior. Michael. James Martin.
5 seasons?
Junior.
The snowman's name is Chili. Oh,
Yeah! Crossover event.
I'm
Wow.
gonna cut that down to about 8 seconds of audio.
Okay. Wow. MCU's one thing, but Doc McStuffins, my dude.
Oh.
Back to the stinking cartoon. Wow.
Back to
Honey's there.
lollipops.
And she's fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. It's not how make believe. Honey's struggling with her and which is we just a little bit ago we just finished Spy Game, and Honey was all about the creative fun play. She took some warming up this one. She was coming in very, again, deep diving into these kids. Bad night's sleep, expected a solo play date with Bluey, and then 80 kids showed up.
I think
It was, and I think I might have just hit on it right there. I think it might have been she wanted more Bluey attention and realized she wasn't really going to get it today.
And I think that she's... So Bluey and Bingo, they play off each other. Boom, 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 boom. You think about Honey and her parents, not to say it in a bad way, they seem just a little bit more reserved, a little nerdier, a little...
You mean Honey's parents, the nerdier, the one that you said your wife's like? Oh!
Don't let...
Got him!
Edit point. No! But it's just, I relate a lot to Honey when I was a kid. I wasn't good at, because Bluey and Bingo are good at the yes and improv right out of the gate. She comes up with games. They come up with rules. This. And she's sitting there, and she does the thing where she's pushing her 2 index fingers together like, well, what do you think would be a good injury to have? And all the other kids are just coming in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Music kicks in. Who's next?
Came up with hurt knee, though. Hurt knee better than nothing.
Yep.
But you gotta hobble. Gotta sell it.
She's got to warm up again. I relate to the kids that got to warm up to the people, man. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy to be cheesy. You can't be a 35-year-old cheesy person unless you go through 34 years of being awkward, so...
You know what else isn't easy? Having a crocodile bite your head.
Well, that's not lucky.
That's not lucky, but it
It
is
is
lucky.
lucky.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, gosh.
We did it!
So the first drop of the line in the episode, this is a real pickle from Dr.
Ah.
Bingo. Love that. That was one of the things, just kept coming back to it. Just a cute little line. They just kept coming back, and it was just, I don't know why.
It's serious.
It's real pickle.
Mm.
I do like, too, when they were first finding out that Honey had a sore leg, Bingo giving that little grabby toy thing to Honey as, her little crutch.
Yep.
Honey wasn't quite catching it, but, just, the small bits that they do like that. Another thing a big fan of, Honey's waiting, reading the magazine, and then just all heck breaks loose. Chaos.
Here comes
Things
Lucky.
flying through the air. We've got, let's see.
Oh, did you make a list of the spatulas?
Honey's reading the magazine, and we've got Polly Puppy. We've got a cloud pillow. We've got a toy thermometer, a ball, a thong, a flip-flop, a floppy bunny, a gecko, a magic wand, and then eventually a crocodile. And you know what my favorite thing about this entire scene was?
Okay.
Bluey and Honey no selling everything. We're typing on the typewriter. We're just looking through the magazine.
Sitting in
Our
the
heads
waiting
aren't
room.
turning. It was just so much chaos. And they're just in their own little world, doing their own little thing. And that I rewound that 5 times and just laughed hysterically. Granted, I was rewinding to get all the stuff flying through the air. So I'm really slow at realizing things. But this just broke me.
Oh. I think that a funny thing about Lucky, and it's a spoiler alert for what comes up in 2 seconds anyway. If you watch the episode, you've already seen it, so it doesn't matter. You never see the whites of his eyes. He comes into the room and he's holding the crocodile, and his eyes are closed. So he's just swinging around. He can't see anything from the moment he walks in the room with the crocodile
to the moment he walks
out
with a full head bandage.
Full head bandage. How long is it for Lucky though?
It is 11
11
years.
Freaking years, man.
I've got to feel like if a crocodile bites your face, that's your best bet.
I don't want to give a spoiler alert, but I might just start it now. So, if you were to give it a scale of 1 to 10 on the pickle scale, what would you put the crocodile bite at? Oh, that's quite the pickle.
It's a real pickle.
Mm-hmm.
They're all real pickles.
Okay.
We're gonna have the
What
biggest
about the
pickle of all.
Schnozz? Do you think the Schnozz was a real pickle? Or was she like the intro patient?
I'm sure before in the preamble, before we saw what happened, I'm sure that was a real pickle too.
Yeah?
Not a real pickle.
Field hockey accident?
Has to be. Has to be. A
You
girl's
should see
chili.
the other person.
But, honey, little bummed.
Still.
Bluey, bring some tea. Trying to help calm her down, make her feel better.
Lucky's just walking away awkwardly, putting his hands
Trying-
out like a
trying to
blind man.
help her with the play a little bit. Maybe you were attacked by a giraffe or something. I'm just not getting it though. She's not moving along. She's not
Attacked by a giraffe.
attacked by a giraffe.
That's so intense.
Life's hard, man.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah?
Are there giraffes in Australia?
No.
Okay.
Am I right?
I'm going to say your exact opposite.
Oh no!
The world's biggest giraffe is
in a zoo. Hold up.
in
a zoo.
Australia.
No.
The world's
No.
Tallest
That-
living animal.
We're gonna go deeper into this later and
Lives
see.
with the son of Irvin.
Steve Irvin,
Yes.
who's on an upcoming episode. Spoilers again.
Forrest, a male giraffe living in the Australia Zoo.
Dude, that doesn't count. It's in a zoo. I thought you were saying in the wild. Of course, there's a
5.7 meters.
there's a giraffe.
That's a lot of meters.
Friendly listeners, please, I beg of you, at Watching Bluey.
Send us a picture of you with a giraffe.
No. I'm not going to Google it because I'm going to be lazy and I want Twitter to shame one of us. Are giraffes native and in the wild in Australia?
I won't Google it from
doesn't know.
No, from here on
No.
out, I will not. This is this is the truce.
Man, I hope I'm right.
I want. I want.
Oh.
And we'll, I don't think I post a poll, but we will put it as a separate question.
I don't think we need a poll. I think we just need one person to ask us. We'll figure this out. We'll post it.
Okay, fine,
Oh,
fine. Hey, Greg,
yeah, buddy.
are there crocodiles in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Okay.
Well, it's the crocodile hunter.
Okay. Just making sure.
Crocodiles in
There's no
Australia.
giraffe hunter. Okay, my apologies.
Are there cactuses with mustaches in Australia? In
My
sombreros.
dude.
Oh, that's Snickers. And he not only yes-anded in this one, he's like, I got the crocodile flying in the air at me. He's going to bite my bottom.
Hit my bottom.
I'm going to cuddle a cactus and I'll get my bottom bit.
He goes walking into the. It's a real pickle.
It's a real pickle. Another real pickle. What was Bingo planning to do with that blend or that hand mixer too? That doesn't feel the tool
I don't know
for the
where it
trade.
goes in that interaction.
I don't want to. I feel two things I feel concerned about poor Snickers for. What's going to happen with that hand mixer? And also the 87,000 Band-Aids on his completely fur body that are going to have to be ripped off by mom and dad Snickers.
All the hairs.
That's going to stink.
All the hairs.
That's
That's
gonna
probably
be
like a $12 container of bandages because they're all fruitfully colored and fun. It wasn't just like a.
They were not toy Band-Aids. They were Band-Aid Band-Aids.
Poor Snickers. No time frame though. It's just walk it off, son.
Yeah. Walk it off. You got the Band-Aids.
You're good. You got your hat on. And when he's going into the operating room or the doctor's office, he's carrying the cactus. He's going, ow, 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 ow.
Like every little step. And
everything hurts.
And they're quicker. They're like, ow, 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 ow. Because he's got just his little
little
Snicker
sausage
locks.
legs. My dude.
Good old Snickers.
Oh, no time frame though.
But now Honey's up, right?
What's that?
Now it's Honey's turn, right?
Yeah, nobody else is here. We've seen all the people. We're out of lollipops. Well, yeah, because Snickers left with the lollipop. And he asked for it friendly. He said it very nicely. It's like, can I have a lollipop? And he walks away like, he was so excited and pumped that he had it. He did his selling. He did what he was a paid actor that day.
He did a good job. He did
did.
well.
Honey's turn.
Hanging out by the washing, and my arms fell off.
What? And it's great because we've talked about it in the past. Like the healers do laundry, but it seems like it's only linens and all that. Indy has clothes.
That is true.
She's got her cool
indie
1960s
vest.
hippie vest.
Yeah.
And she just tucks them right in there. is great. She has no arms.
Coco was bit by 7 scorpions.
How many pickles on the pickle scale is it?
Bud?
Uh-huh.
Australia's kind of dangerous, I think.
They got scorpions.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. At least 7. So we will have to
At
be...
least. It could have been the same one.
We will have to be on our guard when we make our eventual trip. That is for sure.
The At Watching Bluey Australian tour
Exactly.
2024. Put it
rhymes.
See? Yes.
Watching Bluey Tour 2024. Something else I noticed
Yes.
of interest.
Please go on.
In the Blueyverse,
Yep.
nurses are nice, doctors are violent jerks.
You know,
We break into that in hospitals where Nurse Bingo, oh dear, oh sweetie, it's okay. And then Bluey, jab.
Yep.
And then here, we've got Edna, oh, it's okay, wait your turn, have some tea, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's get you in the jiff. And then Bingo's crawling over people. At one point, it looked like Bingo was flying in midair while trying to help out one of the friends. I can't remember which. You know,
I think it was Snickers.
blenders and this, that, the
It was
other.
flying against the wall.
It's in the Bluey mindset and the gameplay. Nurses are nice. Doctors are kind of.
They'd like
the
to
jerks.
have their. It was funny because I read a couple things on the Reddit with people talking about the Bluey's writers and what their viewpoints are of the medical field and all that. And it's like some people were saying like they really don't like people that work in the medical field, and other people were just like, well, they are kids too, so keep that in mind.
That's
so this is
also
their
true.
mindset of what.
And the nurse is the nice one who gives you the lollipop
Right,
at the end.
Edna's the receptionist, and she's just kind of keeping the pace and controlling it.
Sorry, she's a receptionist, not a nurse. But still,
That's fine, yes. But she also has some power there too, and she's got to console the people that are there, and she does just that with Honey, right? Because even though there's no arm Indy and 7 scorpion bite Chloe,
Rusty ate a hippopotamus, Mike.
what? That kid's got some jaws. Like he went full like venom snake, like swallowed a hippo.
We've got
What happens next?
7 scorpion bites.
Okay.
My arms fell off.
Yep.
Bumped knee. I don't see how I ate a hippo trumps my arms fell off.
Yeah, the hippo thing sounds like a personal problem.
It's a personal problem. It becomes everybody's problem when you start burping baby hippos out.
It's like
there,
a
I
man
guess.
versus food challenge. Like
I ate a hippopotamus and I'm burping out baby hippos. Yet another reason that Rusty is the man.
Rusty's so freaking cool. He jumps right in, and he doesn't want to be the one to be seen next, but he's just like, oh man, I just came up with a story about these hippos. Watch me do this. And Snickers is like, okay, go for it. I'm eating my lollipop.
Pretty much. Skips the line, but just the and then the throw
First
and
one.
the little like little hippos around.
And right out of the gate, Honey's scared a little bit. You could see the shyness.
Oh yeah, when the pickle comes up to it, or the pickle, when the real pickle of a tiny hippo comes up to her chair.
So she's a little awkward, so she kind of like climbs up on the chair a little bit, and Indy and Chloe are standing there. Chloe says to Indy, pick him up! She's like, I've got no arms! I'll say it, because we haven't said it in forever. She committed to the bit there. Dang it.
Another one I was a big fan of too, just if you're going to, more commitment, when Rusty's in there, and Dr. Bingo's trying to figure everything out, comes out and picks up one of the baby hippos, and when she picks it up, she's also shaking too like the hippo. It's like, this is fantastic. I need to play with these kids when I was a littly.
Oh. But Honey looks so scared. Seriously, honestly scared
And
of these
she's
freaking
bummed.
hippos.
Everyone's problem is a real pickle except mine. That's tough. It's tough to feel, when you are in a room with so many creatives, so many people doing all that stuff and feeling like you're the one who's, not figuring out, not with the game. It's sad.
Hey, she goes to school with Pretzel. Pretzel's still figuring it out too. They go to school together.
They do go to school together.
Yep.
And Honey,
Everyone-
in that episode just a week ago, took some time to figure stuff out too. What else does the gnome need? Ooh.
It's
Got
there.
that parallel in real time.
It's there. It's
All
just maybe it's just the
comes
whole trying to
together.
impress your friends as opposed to that was just today's a me day and I'm gonna build a gnome village.
Yeah.
So,
But Honey's
Still-
sad,
bummer.
sitting in the chair.
No lollipops.
And there'll be more lollipops. It's okay. Mom
I'm
won't let us
concerned about
down.
the lollipops, man.
This next part just kind of confused me a little bit, and I think it was just Bluey being an awesome friend.
Mhm.
Honey's just kind of fidgeting with her legs on the chair. Bluey sit next to her and copies it, and they both just laugh.
But they do it in the back where, like, they don't do it in... They're not synchronized.
They're
Honey
not-
does it first. And
Yeah.
at first, they're, like, awkwardly not doing it the right way.
And then they
then
stop.
they start doing it together.
Why is that funny?
They're kids, dude. I don't know.
Well, fine.
Here.
Yeah, this is not good for an audio medium.
This hurts my legs, too. Okay.
And also, I don't think we did it right. Wow, we're
You always
great.
make me laugh. See? Do it again, though. Do something funny. Because that built confidence
Yeah.
in Honey in that moment.
And she wasn't even saying, come up with a new ailment. Let's do something else funny.
Do something else funny.
Her tail wags the dog. She did it. She got it. That was some interesting animation because I don't have a tail.
Huh?
Spoiler, I don't have a tail.
Could you perform the same
I don't
action?
know. I don't know if I could, like, how a dog would wag their body without their tail moving. Because that tail wasn't even moving with the body. That was like a parlor trick. It was impressive.
This is the kind of thing where you have to, like, draw the number 8 and try to do it opposite with your leg or something. Great audio medium again. Sorry.
We'll figure it out. Once our podcast can drink legally, maybe we'll get a little bit better.
3 more episodes.
But Honey's getting it. Wagging the biggest pickle.
Kids love it too.
Everybody's
Andy's loving
laughing.
it. Chloe's loving it.
The biggest pickle. And the next scene, the pride, the strut of Honey walking in there knowing, I did it. I'm part of this. I figured it out for myself.
The Joff Bush music getting more and more.
Very similar to when she completed the Gnome Village in Calypso.
Crescendo.
The crescendo. Still don't know if that's the right word, but I'm
just gonna let you use it
sticking
forever.
with it. Just followed by a quick hobble.
Hobble. Yeah. Oh, Bluey.
Gotta remember your initial. You have a bum knee and you're wired wrong as a dog. Should have probably led with that, but that's okay.
Oh.
And then cut to hold my appointments.
The music stops.
And poor Bandit. I start with poor Bandit. Good for Bandit.
Why is that? Wait, why is that?
Because he is laying on the floor on
Okay.
cushions,
Uh-huh.
resting basically.
Okay.
He might be wrapped in snakes and have a thermometer in his mouth and maybe toilet paper. if I'm
It is
remembering
toilet
right.
paper. It's a roll of toilet paper, which I bring up because when they let Lucky leave, Lucky leaves an actual, what seems like it's full wrap bandages.
Yes.
As opposed to
toilet paper.
mummy-esque toilet paper bandages. So Bandit got the...
I
he
think
got the
if-
butt end of that joke.
I don't know, man. If Bandit could relive hospital or just chill on the ground, cuddling with
opposed
some toy snakes, that's not that bad of a gig.
That's true. The thermometer was at full capacity. The thing was 100%. So his fever is...
He's being attacked by snakes. My dude, of course it is.
It's a real pickle. Well, it's not a real pickle, apparently.
Apparently.
Poor guy.
Be patient.
Be patient.
Be patient. And we don't talk about the credits a ton.
Yep, that's it.
Crazy Dr. Bingo's maniacal laugh was
In
just...
the background?
Oh, it was just perfect.
It was very... It reminded me a lot of Hotels, where she's yelling yarp, yarp, because
Yarp.
she says it in that same voice. Yeah! Yeah!
It was good. And there's not a ton of big learning moments. This isn't like a air quotes iconic episode, but it was a fun episode. You know, whenever the kids play, it's cool. Their imaginations. We're going to come up to one eventually. I have no idea where it is, where we almost see everything that happened before a big play game. I forgot which episode that was now, where we kind of see them trying to figure out the terms shops, where they figure out the terms of the game and this and that and this and that. And then the game's 2 seconds long. And I can see this being very similar to that, as, you know, they set up for 2 hours to build the hospital room and who's going to be what and where and how and when. Except this one actually had more of an epic run to it than Poor Shops. That lasted 8 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, it's similar to, it shows, bringing it back to where they go to school, at least Bluey, where it's just all imagination based, because you think about the amount of time it took to set all of that up. And I'm sure the parents helped in some fashion.
Indy's not in Calypso. Indy is in Calypso School. I blanked on that. So everybody there except for Bingo was in Calypso School. Is Lucky? Lucky's not.
I don't think Lucky is.
So Lucky's the neighbor. So this is a school friend hangout with neighbor kid and also my little sis.
Yep.
Okay. That's not as frightening. It's still frightening. I do not want 6 children and just the 2 of us building castles in the sky.
One, you had Chili, who took her.
She's still in the lollipop. She's still in the house. She's not gone.
No, Bandit's down on the ground, but he's got eyes on the kids the whole time. He's
resting.
Did he
maybe
take
watching some cricket
at some point in time?
Watching the Ashes.
Well done.
Go Australia.
Well done. I have a note about that. I don't.
You don't? I was about to say. I was waiting for the note.
No.
Well, if you don't have a note about that, then I'll ask you. Hey, Mike.
Yes.
What was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing in this episode, bringing it back to when we talked to Hammer Barn about who my favorite character was. I love Snickers in this episode. It's a quick cameo, but he's selling it like he's fighting these imaginary characters so much so. He's got the pain from the crocodile. He's got the needles coming into it. The cactus has a mustache. He had to have put it on there himself in some way. And he ow. He just it was a cool little pop, because you know that there's gonna be there is some, I don't want to say learning things, but you get a lot from the whole Honey situation. It's just a little Snickers moment. It's like having Steve Urkel pop into an episode of Family Matters or something where you're just like, funny guy.
Topical.
Hey Greg.
Yeah, bud.
What was your topical? What was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing, the insanity behind the curtain, especially when Lucky was in there and everybody was just no selling on the outside. I just found that so funny. All the stuff flying through the air, the chaos of that moment. But Bluey and Honey were just in their own moment. And, you know, I'm assuming HIPAA laws, they just didn't want to intrude in what was happening behind the curtain. But I just love that. Loved it.
Oh. Hey, Greg.
Yeah, bud.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character was Bluey. Bluey was a real good friend this episode. Bluey.
You don't have to ask me.
Honey.
I'm going to sit here and nod with you.
Yeah.
Same. That was going to be my exact
double
same
Bluey.
thing.
We got a double Bluey.
So we can
just
chat about it.
a good friend.
Yeah.
You know, Honey was having a rough day.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to. Going back and thinking about it, just talking live here with you, Honey might not have thought there's going to be 10 kids over there that day.
Right. Oh, yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't really know the context of where, we're going over to Bluey's house. Oh, yeah, my friend Bluey.
Let's go.
And also 9 other people.
Wasn't she the
dogs.
one that, wasn't Honey the one that she was going to hang out with in the episode that, oh gosh. And she wasn't able to because Bandit was going out of town?
Yeah. Oh, we just watched that the other day because we watched way too much Bluey in my house.
Yes.
That's not a thing.
They were going to Honey's house, weren't they? Because she was so excited to hang out with Honey.
So excited to hang out with Honey.
And then she couldn't. It was a helicopter episode.
Yep.
I haven't seen that episode yet because I'm living in.
I was about to say, yeah. We'll talk about that in a year or so. But no, Bluey, good friend. Bluey sometimes can be a lot, but Bluey also has a ton of compassion, especially with her friends, especially with her family. So 100% Bluey for me.
And it's a mixture of her being the one that plays by the rules. So somebody comes running in and there's an issue, and it is quite a pickle. I mean, she's only got a bum knee right now. There's a freaking crocodile on his head. Take him back. But she does the thing where, like, she builds the confidence in Honey, saying, "You always make me laugh." And I'm just like, oh, thanks. It means a lot to a kid or anybody in general. You know, if you said it to me once in a while, it'd be really nice. And it's just good on Bluey.
Good on Bluey.
Good on Bluey.
Take a jab at me at the end of that, whatever.
Oh, whatever.
So, hey, Mike, how do you rank this episode then?
So, how many? I'm gonna rank this episode 2 out of 2 arms falling off.
It's a lot of arms to lose.
That's
unless you're
very difficult.
An octopus.
Well, Finn does that to me in the car. We'll be sitting there driving. We'll be sitting there driving, and I'll be like, "Daddy," I'm like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "Can we play octopus?"
In the car?
I'm like, "Dude, what do you mean?" he sits there and he starts kicking his feet. He's like, come on. And I go, woo! And kind of like flail my arm in the back, and he just starts giggling at me.
We'll also talk about that episode in about a year and a half.
Buckle up. That might be a live episode in our 2024 tour. The Two Bandits tour of 2024.
Two Bandits tour of 2024. You gotta get the flair on that 4. There you go.
Ooh. How do you rank this episode?
I gave this one 27 real pickles.
Oh, that's a quality amount of pickles.
It's a quality amount of pickles. It's a quality episode. It's a quality time hanging out with you, good sir.
Dill or kosher?
The ones that are in my fridge.
Oh, kosher all the way, baby. Dill pickles are the little sweet ones.
Ugh. They're both fine.
Ugh.
Anyway, thank you all, as always, for sticking with us through the bitter end.
Bitter?
Plugs.
The beautiful grand finale. The crescendo.
At Watching Bluey.
Us.
Follow, like, chat. Let
Please?
us know about giraffes in Australia.
Yeah, apparently.
For the love of God, please. Again, send us your takes. Send an email to watchingbluey@gmail.com. If you got a take about an upcoming episode, we will put you on air. We love hearing from you on Twitter. We love hearing from you in our episode too. So if you have any feels about anything come up, record yourself a couple minutes of audio, send it our way. We'd be happy to hear it.
Or the old episodes, and we'll still pop it on there, because why the heck not?
Why the heck not?
You know?
We've got Bluey brackets to pump out here.
Oh,
we can
that's
use your
is
voice
that
for that
coming
too.
out soon?
No, that's also a couple months away.
Okay, well,
we got a lot of content, friend.
It's coming in 2022.
2022.
Of Two Bandits watching Bluey. Also,
Rate,
Doesn't
review,
rhyme.
subscribe, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. We always appreciate it. It helps us out. 4 days left for you to order some of that sweet, sweet merch from TeePublic.
The grand finale.
RSPCA Brisbane. We're trying to help those doggos out every little bit. Get a magnet. Couple bucks. Helps out. And most importantly, if you're feeling under the weather, if you've been bit by a croc, if your arms have fallen off, if 7 scorpions have attacked you.
It's a little too cold in Syracuse, and you just got the sniffles.
If you're in Syracuse, you're going to want to hop into a plane, fly to Brisbane, and go to the Queen Street Medical Center in Brisbane, Australia. They've been providing expert care since 1984, as I've been told. So head over there. They'll hook you up.
Do they have a promo code?
Promo code. When you get there, say at Watching Bluey sent you and see what happens. There you go. They will then check you into the psych ward and you'll never be seen again. Appreciate you. Enjoy your New Year's Eve. Be responsible. Be safe. Take care of yourself. For this podcast, though, and for 2021.
And Greg Painter, Mike Martin.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done.